Hey guys, back with Dad Gizmo today. Today's project is refinishing our deck. So we have a brand new deck, and frankly, there's no stain, no seal, there's nothing on it, so it starts getting dirty really quick and kind of looks nasty real quick. So we've been in this house about 6 months, and we started to think we should get this done before our pool gets done, which you'll see in a later video. So we started with this Valspar all-in-one wood prep, which I didn't think the deck was as dirty as it was until I started using this. Actually, it's a really kind of a good product. It's not, there's really not a lot to it, but at the end of the day, I had a sprayer. I sprayed this on. I followed the directions, which is wait 15 minutes and scrub the dirt off with a soft bristle brush, which I did. And I went through about 2 of these, and we probably have a 16 by, I would say, 12-foot deck or so with spindles and all the other stuff that goes along with that. So this is a great product. I would recommend it. It's only like 10 bucks. So I spent 20 bucks cleaning the deck with that, and it worked really, really well. And then you just hose it all off. So once you're done, you scrub it, you hose it off, and any real tough spots, you leave them on for a little bit longer, and you do the same process over again. Works really well. So I've never tried this deck stain before. So I've stained many decks. I've tried Thompson's Water Seal, which I did not have good results with. It seemed like I could have done it every year, and it got those kind of black moldy looks really quick. So I didn't go with that. And then I wanted to go with an oil base this time because I think it would last a lot longer. It'll soak deeper in, and I think it'll have a better finished look to it, but it's a little bit more of a pain in the butt to work with and clean up. So I went with the Olympic Elite. This says, our best lifetime guarantee. We'll be the judge of that. We'll see. But anyways, I went with this. I went with the color. It went with the mahogany, and it's a woodland oil. And so we're going to give this a shot. So I got that. And I got the typical, you see everyone paint online with, the gigantic 5-inch brush for doing the flat boards across it. And I got a smaller brush because I have some nooks and crannies to get in with these spindles, which are a pain in the butt. I would never recommend getting these. I would get some aluminum or do the cable wire or something else besides these. But now I have them, I don't want to spend any more money, so I'm going to spend the time putting the stain on them. So we'll show you how this ends up. Okay, the other thing I did is, I don't know if you ever noticed on some of your deck boards, at least we had on ours, they have those, like the manufacturer stamps or the ink that they stamp it with numbers and whatever. I went through and I sanded all those off. So I had a couple spots where they had them on there. I sanded them all off because I didn't want them showing through, and frankly they just look stupid. Because it's super, super, super watery. This is not sponsored by PPG or Home Depot, so we're going to turn that right around.
Okay, so I want to give you an update of how things are going with the new Olympic stain, and I'm actually very pleasantly surprised. It's an oil base, so oil base is a little bit smellier, but we're outside, so it's not that big a deal. And it actually is the coat on it is very even. You don't see any drip marks, run marks, any of that stuff. It could be the painter, but it's probably the product as well. But anyways, it looks really, really good. And so we did all the railings, which is by far the worst part. So we did all the railings today. And so now we just have basically the decking stuff to do, and then some underneath stuff that looks like it's exposed. But so far, it's really good product. The brush that I'm using has been excellent for just getting in these nooks and crannies, and it's turned out really well. I like the color even, it's mahogany. So I'm basically throwing on 1 coat on this, which is an oil base, so you shouldn't really have to do 2 coats on it. And they say that this has a lifetime warranty, so we're gonna test that out and we'll give you updates along the way. But this is 1 coat of stain, and it goes on nice and even, and so far it looks great. What I like about going on with a little bit of a darker stain too is you see all this, like if you miss something, you know you missed it. Okay guys, so I finished the project. I finished staining the entire deck. I did the underneath pieces that you could see while you're under there. And I'm really pretty happy with the product itself. So I used the Olympic Elite stain, which is an oil base. It went pretty quick, right? So I think I spent a couple days doing the entire deck, cleaning it, and then a couple days of actually staining it. The water beads up really well on it, so I really like that, and it's great that I went with an oil base because I think it'll last longer. And so it actually was a pretty easy project. The only real thing you have to worry about is making sure that, whatever's around there, your bushes, your shrubs, your decks, whatever, that you're not dripping out of those. But otherwise, it's super easy to use if you have the right materials. So I went through a total of 3 cans of this, And my deck is roughly, I would say 16 by 12 feet. And there's a lot of underneath pieces and quite a few stairs, 100 spindles, things like that. So that's what I went through, and I have probably about a quarter of a can left. So roughly, roughly went through about 3 cans of the stain itself. So I would give this a thumbs up so far. I will let you know how it continues to look as we get further through the season and the sun bakes it and the rain hits it. But otherwise, I would give this a thumbs up, and I would definitely use the Olympic Elite stain. This one has like a woodland oil in it, which is kind of nice. The color you see on ours is a mahogany, and so as you can see, water beads up really good with it. Okay guys, so that's it. Give us a thumbs up. Put a comment below. If you have any questions, put them down below. I'll answer any of the questions. You know that I will. So ask anything you'd like. I'll tell you the materials I used, the brushes I used, and that sort of thing as well. Thanks. Bye.